Going to call the meeting to order. You ready? Waiting for the recorder. Third or fourth. Ready now. We call the meeting to order. DeWild.
Here.
Chisholm.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Howe. Absent. Mitchell. Absent. So we have a quorum so we can get started. First thing is on the consent agenda, which you have in your packet. Roberta has learned of her training that we can put all building permits in the consent agenda. We don't have to vote on them separately unless there's one that we want to discuss, and we can move to take it out of the consent agenda and put it on separately. But, so does anybody have any questions about what we have here? Okay, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, the same sign. Motion carries. The other item we have on the agenda is opening the bid for the 10. Yeah, I'll open it here. I got my pocket. It gives its rules, never go anywhere without tonight. Sharp one. We have a bid right here. $53 for 10 pieces of used tin, and $62 for 10 pieces of new tin. I'm guessing that Manfred's here. Now, do you want all of it? Do you just want?
You know how many there is?
I really don't know.
Nobody's counting yet.
There's probably, in the used ones, I looked or judged that we probably got upwards of 30 pieces. 20s. Can somebody count for sure?
I think we have 9 used at the museum.
9.
They're shorter.
They're shorter. We
8
got
or
here
9.
17 feet, I believe. The museum probably 12, I'm guessing.
What's the museum? What are you talking about?
Well,
They're white.
they're white. They're on that little overhang. You know.
Well, there's 2 stacks out there. They're both from here, aren't they?
Yeah.
From here.
One from here, yeah. But then we have one more stack that was over there that's shorter.
Oh.
And they would be less, probably that way.
I guess we had to count them up.
Okay.
I was going to take them all if there's not too many of them.
Well, I think there were more there, the new ones.
Yeah.
But they hadn't, we drove around, they hadn't done this back part.
And I told them as we went in there, a lot of them are not full sheets either. Some of them are under the full sheets, some of them are half cut. So,
Well, I know there's a lot of pieces on here are angle cut, for
Right.
the shorter pieces. How do you figure that?
We'll put 2 or 3 of them together today. Count it like that.
I guess we'll just have to go through them tomorrow.
Okay, well, there's no other bids.
Yeah.
So, I guess.
just take whatever lots of tin you want, and then we'll go through the rest of it, and put the rest of it back in the grade again. If you want it all.
Well, yeah, I'll go through it all and we'll see what's there.
If anybody else wants to buy it for the same price after you're done,
Yeah.
we'll let you know. So I need a motion to that effect that we
I
accept.
make a motion that we accept Manfred Sidlowski's bid for roofing material at $53 for used and $62 for new sheets. He'll measure and take what he wants, and then somebody else can bid on it or buy whatever's left in the same price he gave it to us.
What about that gutter stuff that's out there? Just throw that in?
If that's used gutter that wasn't there when we...
Most of them we just scratched, a lot of them had some rusted and stuff in it, and it was full of nails. That's why it was moved off the lawn. There's a lot of
If you wanted it,
nails.
we could probably work that out.
Yeah, I think there was more out there, but now there's only a couple pieces.
Yeah, it was there was a lot of nails and stuff that they just threw the nails inside the guttering, so they did not clean that up, get it out of the yard, so they got flat tires.
Okay.
All right, is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Is there any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the same sign. We have 3 ayes and 2 absents. I'll check that. Read the next thing on the agenda is public comments. No more business. Yes.
I'm not sure if it belongs here or old business, but do we have everything lined up for the Corn Carnival or the Historical Society like we talked about, the electrical and...
We are still working on that.
Okay.
It's going to come up and we're going to get this weekend, plus fixing the park. It needs a lot of work on the bandstand.
No.
So, for we had a meeting with our insurance guy come down last Friday, Dave and I sat with him and took him around and stuff, and that was one of the things that has to be fixed. So yeah, we're working on getting all that, getting the bandstand fixed first, and then trying to get everything else.
So
lined up for that.
getting the streets closed early, Roberta, and parking the buses, that's all?
Yeah, Dave and I fixed the re-up for the buses, like we talked to.
Okay.
Most of everything's going to be shut off anyway, so we got a place where we're going to park the buses as soon as they get it as close to the park where kids aren't having to walk several blocks down. So.
Okay, so as long as I keep talking to you, this is a done deal, is that right?
Yeah.
I don't have to bring
Why
any...
don't you just keep $10, $15 every time you...
Yeah, I mean, that's all part of the,
Well, I
the corn
understand.
farm stuff. We already have the streets that are shut off there, that Dave and I are going to designate for the school buses that come in during the corn carnivals where the kids are closer to the park, so we don't have a bunch of small children running around the streets.
Okay, and then the deputy sheriff or Bob, is that kind of been worked out too?
I haven't yet on that part yet.
Okay.
But as far as shutting the streets off where we're going to park the buses, all that's been
Okay.
set.
Okay, I don't know if I should bring it up again, or if it's a done deal here, or what. So I think that the main things were the bus parking, security, either Wapello County Sheriff or Bob here, and then the electrical. So if you're working on that, I'll just work with you then, and if the council doesn't want any more, I won't bring it up again.
As long as nothing that comes up other than what we talked about.
Right, but nothing else has. I mean, we previously discussed that about the closing off the streets and stuff, which that's already said. Shut the streets down, we just found a spot closer to the street that's going to be shut off for the buses, so that way the kids don't have to walk several blocks
Right,
down the street.
right, and it's a little bit earlier than what we had originally talked about, but, I mean, I just don't want any last-minute glitches to upset the apple cart, so.
I noticed that the corn carnival gathering things in that corner there to auction off, but if we had one that auction to take place, in that corner across from Methodist Church. That is yours, isn't it? I'm going to do what we can to get that out of there before the corn carnival, okay?
That would be,
I won't promise, but I'm going to see what we have to have. We'll take that out. If we have to have somebody call and charge them or whatever. Okay?
it doesn't belong to the corn carnival, I want to set the record straight, but.
It doesn't belong to the Historical Society.
It doesn't involve them either?
No.
Are there any other public comments? Yes, sir.
I'd like to introduce the new car wash owners,
Okay.
Jay and Lacey Henderson.
I've seen you around over there working on things. And Mike left it in a mess, so I didn't.
You got your work cut out.
No, he spent his time down there working on it too.
Yeah, he's helping us get it going too. He's been a lot of help.
And we're glad you're here. Yes.
And they've already bought an ad on the calendar.
Good.
Money already.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, I'd like you to explain to me and all the taxpaying residents why we have a city maintenance man that comes to work every day, drives around town several times a day, and does nothing.
He doesn't work every day.
Well, it doesn't matter every day or not. He does nothing. He does nothing.
He reads the water meters,
Well,
which is...
city streets, water drainage, nothing.
Yeah.
I can point out 100 places around this town he could be working on, and he does nothing.
Well, we talked about that as an issue. the streets, the potholes, we contracted with Manats to be here to,
You know, if he would have started fixing potholes on the last sealing, we would have, for years, this could have been a good road. Fix them as they go. He does nothing.
well,
He won't lift a shovel. He won't run a weed eater. Look at the park. Look at anywhere around here. Nothing gets done.
Look at the fire department.
well, it's actually done.
Look at down Donnie Hill Park. There's a tree right in front of the stop sign. Anything around there hasn't been weed eatered or trimmed.
Well, that's, what do you want me to explain to you why?
I want to know why.
I can't tell you why.
You're in command here,
Well, that's an issue we have to address.
and how come it's never been addressed before? All these years, he's never done
I
nothing.
can't tell you what's never been addressed before.
Have you been on the council for more than a year now?
I've been on the council more than a year, we've talked about it more than one time, and I think instructions were given, I'm not sure they will follow through.
Now, he's already cost us $20,000 by refusing to mow the cemetery. And he should have been fired for that, but instead, we just hired somebody to do his job for him.
And that happened before I got here, so I didn't do it.
Well-
I heard about it.
And yet, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Every time there's work to be done, we hire somebody else to do it for him. And now you're talking about these culverts that have to be replaced. I bet 50% of them, with 15 minutes of digging, could be dug out, because they're just plugged up in the first 2 feet. But he's never touched any of them. And the ones he has touched, he throws the dirt up on people's yards where they have to mow, and doesn't ever take the dirt away. I can point them out to you, too.
Can I speak a minute?
Well, yeah. Yes. No.
Something that needs to be done, and I'm not going to get into why it's not being done. But maybe look into these things. But years ago, the city man, after the salt season was over, and the county quit spreading their salt on, I guess it'd be Maine and state, mostly state and the state, down where you're.
Well, just the only paved road through here with the curves on it.
And they would clean that material up so it didn't get in our storm drains. And I think that needs to be something that, before hot weather, after the salt season, before hot weather, we need to have that as something that on the to-do list.
Have you ever driven down State Street? There's grass growing in the dirt along the sides.
I know.
And up at the bridge. We're responsible for that bridge, and there's trees growing up in the cracks in there. That's going to destroy the bridge. That should never, no weeds, no trees, nothing should grow in that bridge.
I'll just say this, that I will make a point, I won't be this week, to take Dave around and point out some of the things that I continue to do.
Have you ever seen this?
I don't know.
This is what his instructions were when he was hired.
Tonight, I haven't seen it.
That's all his responsibilities. 50% of them has never been touched.
You must copy this from me.
I've got more. You keep that one. I got more.
Okay, good, thank you. All right.
It's your responsibility to charge him. He's supposed to keep a logbook of what he does, and I'm guaranteed he doesn't have a logbook because he doesn't do anything.
I haven't seen this, but I'm glad to see that we talked about a new job description. But I didn't know we had one. So, thank you.
Well, there's been so much turnover, I imagine nobody knows it.
All right. Any other comments?
Would you like an update from the fire department? You want to wait on that?
No, you go ahead.
Just so everybody knows, our new radios have arrived. They put all new radios in the trucks today. We have a few more things. We got a new antenna going up. We're working on finding a used tower because they don't want to put it on the building where it presently sits.
A walk-up tower, like a walk-up tower.
Yeah, like what was up at the park.
Mm-hmm.
Next to the, Wapco County 911 boards spent $86,000 on the purchase of the new frequencies and the radios for us. They have asked in return that the Blakesburg Fire Department insures their equipment since we're the ones using it, so I thought I'd mention that to you guys. Once we put everything into service, we will get a there's an itemized list that we'll be receiving from Raycom with all the VIN numbers and everything that we need to make sure we have on our insurance.
Okay.
Other than that, that's all we got.
All right. Any other comments?
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay, it was brought to my attention that some of the county officers have been in town and they don't have a copy of our ordinances, of our code book on file. And if we submit that to the county, they will write tickets for our city while the officers are on duty. So I guess that was something that we would try to get to them, because right now they're just writing tickets to the state and they'd like to give the money to us.
I'm supposed to go pick his sometime this week. He called and said he had it done. He's waiting on a couple more copies. He was making 6 or something like that of all the
And I knew we were going to update it.
Yeah,
so.
he said he's got it completed. He's got 6 copies. He's got a copy of something where he's waiting to get them back, and then he's going to have me come down and pick it all over and explain everything to be done. So it's done.
That's awesome.
We have a copy in the library, one's down
Yeah,
there.
supplies copy. Yeah, he's going to show me what all the revisions he made and what they're located at. So that way all I got to do is just copy those revisions and then.
What are those copies, all hard copies?
They're all like.
And you won't provide electronic?
I'm not for sure if he will, I'm not for sure of that. It may be electronic parts. No, he was called, said he had them ready. I don't know how he's still here or what have you, but he just said that he got that 6 copies ready for us to pick up, and he's supposed to let me know sometime this week to come down and pick them up.
It'd be really nice if you could get them electronic and get them, on the city website so that, they'd be accessible to people. So you didn't have to trundle out to City
I
Hall.
can see if
and
that's an option, he can turn it all electronically or what have you.
And also, if we change like an ordinance or something, how long that needs to be updated. I don't want to get in trouble for our website not being up to date and writing something out. So.
That's a really good point.
Well, we have to update it every 5 years. This is what, in 9th year.
I would say it's almost 10, I think.
It's last one for this year. But it does, because when the ordinances or something changes, then if we put it in our book here, it doesn't always get out to everybody. Any other comments? Is there any old business? I have 2 sheets to take in Anything else on the old bridge? I can't think of anything else business. We're trying to make sure we got everything done. And resolution concerning the loan and the bids and all that stuff. I believe we have, but it's not all in one spot. And so Matt Bauman was here today, and he's going to come out tomorrow morning. I believe everything they did, I think we did it. One of the things we did had the wrong date on it, the copy we had. I couldn't find the copy of the community. So we'll go from there. Is there any new business? Yes, ma'am.
I know I brought this up a long time ago, but I'll bring it up again. The next city council meeting is in September, and the corn carnival will be just a week away. Is there a plan to get the streets cleaned before the carnival arrives?
Yes, we talked about it, and there is a plan. It hasn't come to fruition yet.
Okay.
Someone didn't want to go too early in the name I don't know an ordinance about people, when you cut your grass, you're not supposed to blow the grass into the street or not. If you don't, you do it, make sure that you might have to start enforcing it, because I noticed people who do that. I mean, it's not really convenient to keep it on the yard, but you need to blow it this way the first 2 rows or so before they start blowing it towards the street.
The fire department has been very gracious with us in cleaning streets in years past, but, for anybody to get it last minute, these guys are all busy too, so I just don't want any surprises again. Nobody likes surprises. I'm sorry, Cindy.
No, I was just going to say, I think that it would be a challenge for the fire department this year to clean the streets because they don't have the trucks that would roll and wash the street like they did before. It's a standing only water pump on the truck, so that might not be it. It would be something that would be a problem probably for them this year, so.
Okay.
Now last year, the last 2 years before the carnival, was the only time you filled the potholes with some cold patch, so you don't get sued by the people in parades. Last year, Dave didn't even put the shovel down. He just dumped a bunch in one hole, enough to waste for 2 more holes, and he just ran over it, and there's stuff scattered everywhere.
We talked about, some of us have talked about that, we'll see if that doesn't.
Neck was supposed to be here in July, but because of all the rain and stuff, they're backlogged. So now I think they're looking around maybe August, September, late August, early September. But we were scheduled to have everything done in July. But because, like I said, of all the rain and stuff we've had, that's pushed them back, which pushes us back.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying,
The last I heard.
he won't pull a shovel out to do one hole. He'll just dump it off the front end loader, enough to waste for 3 or 4 holes.
Some of us have talked about helping with that.
I'm kind of working on that, but I don't have any information as we sit here, but I'm still working on it.
Working on what?
The potholes.
Trying to see if we can have some volunteers.
Well, if Dave would do his job, he wouldn't need
They only
volunteers.
have so many hours a week that he can work.
Why don't you give him a few extra ones so he can do it?
We can't afford it.
He cut his hours.
That's why we cut his hours. So we
Well,
can
what's he
do
doing with all the time he does waste? With all that time, it only takes one, if he
I
just
don't
filled
have time.
one pothole a day,
I don't have time to follow him around.
it would be
and do what he
done.
does.
Well, you can't fill one pothole a day.
I said if he
The
did.
cold patch, you have to go get it.
All you need is the cold, it lasts for a long time. A pound of cold patch, it doesn't go bad.
Well, and Bill told you
Yeah, well,
previously that he would be talking to Dave.
Well, I hope so. We'll see what happens with them.
Any other reasons, I'm going on vacation on the 28th, so,
August 28th.
yeah, I'll leave the 28th, and then I'll be gone for a week.
Put that down, August 28th to the, so we'll be on 6 days, 5 days, 7 days.
Right, 7 days.
So what, the
We'll be
28th is
back
what day?
28th is Thursday, sorry.
Thursday. So we'll be back before, maybe it's Friday.
Yes, very much. I'll be gone for a week. I'll be back Sunday, Saturday.
Yep. No, we were, last year we were going to use, they were going to use the hydrants that were washed rafter because of the drought. Asked us not to.
You know what you could do?
That's going to be a problem.
You know, when he flushes out the hydrants every year, I don't know if you do it once or twice a year, but why don't you just pump it into one of the fire trucks and then use it for cleaning the street? That way you wouldn't waste the water.
Well, that's a possibility.
When you, instead of pumping it out in the water, just letting it free on the street, let it pump into one of the fire trucks.
Our trucks are all full, so how can we get in?
Well, I don't know if they were full or not.
They're all full. They are. They're all full. We have to keep it full, so they have to be full.
Well,
When they initially flush, when he flushes it like that, even if, like, we go to house fire, we flush into the streets for the simple fact of minerals, the rust water.
Yeah.
We don't want that going for.
Well, I was just-
And everything else.
okay, I'll just make that suggestion. I didn't know you had filled trucks.
All right.
They stay
Is
full.
there any other new business? You don't, I'll raise your hand. Then I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Thompson moved. Navarro seconds. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We have 2 absent. All right. Meeting is adjourned.
It comes out for the... Well, I know what I said. I don't need a reminder.
Bill,
There's a resolution here that
Didn't get published, it didn't get on the agenda. And they told us, Matt Ball has been there and talked about it, he said we're going to look at it. It didn't get published after the fact. It didn't get on the agenda, so we couldn't act on it.
well, then I think you have to set a date for a special meeting.
Ran in.
He was going to